Today I've built this castle stronghold on Astraeos in ARK Survival Ascended using the brand new Klinger Castle Cosmetics, which is a brand new premium cosmetic that recently released, and I really like the look of this. It has a bunch of skins for a lot of the utilities that you might use, even some skins for turrets, which is quite exciting in my opinion, to make everything fit in with your castle builds. And yeah, I thought, why not try to get a cool castle build going? So I've really only used this cosmetic as well as a little bit of the frontier skins, and then for a few additional details I have these big banners hanging down the sides. That's actually from the Gothic Citadel custom cosmetic, which is a free custom cosmetic, but I liked having these big banners on the side of my castle. And all the way at the top you can see the little flag on top of the tower. That is from the Castlecraft Deco mod. Hello there survivors, and welcome back to another build. As I said, I've built this one here on Astraeos. I'm very happy with the way that this one turned out. I think it looks great. I'm really quite happy with the details, and yeah, it's a stronghold outpost. It's quite a nice castle-y base, but it doesn't need too much space, so you should be able to build it in plenty of locations. I built it here high up on a cliff here on Astraeos, overlooking a beautiful valley. Seemed fitting for a stronghold like this, and it features a decent amount of space in the inside with plenty of room down below for some of your tames, a little bit of breeding, and plenty of side rooms in the towers off to the side of the main one. And then if we go up in the layers, you'll get to the main crafting room with room for all of your utilities, even the bigger ones. And then if you keep going up, there's more and more layers for all of your needs, and of course a cozy place to log out on. Now definitely let me know down in the comments below if you'd like to see a full step-by-step build tutorial for this one, and of course feel free to leave your suggestions for future builds you'd like to see down in the comments below. And if you enjoy seeing builds like this and you want to continue to see more, make sure to like the video and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. I do really appreciate all the support. So here we are. This is the stronghold that I built. As I said, I'm quite happy with the way this turned out. It looks really cool up here in the Lemnokas region, all the way here on top of a cliff. There's actually a decent amount of space here, so yeah, if you want to build it right here, it is right over here on the map, and there's actually a decent amount of space around. And with these skins, it's actually really easy to turn normal dino gates into a castle wall, so you could even wall out the rest of this area, for example, and quickly use the skin to create like a bigger castle courtyard around this build. But I decided to go for a nice strong looking stronghold here, and I definitely think we managed to get away with that. So yeah, we have the main big tower and then some 4 little towers off to the sides. And yeah, on top of these towers there's actually some turrets. So this is a heavy turret, this is a normal outer turret, and then this is actually a cannon with a catapult skin. So there's a lot of cool skins to make everything fit in with the medieval vibes of your castle. And we have some campfire here that look like awesome braziers to add some details. So yeah, plenty of cool little details. We have this little addition here with the frontier skin just to get a little bit of wood and contrast in there, as well as these windows off to the side. Beautiful pieces in here. The battlements I think look pretty nice too. Really nice textures there. We've got these gates. There's a few different gate variants, as in this is the one with the battlements on the top. There's a clean variant, and then there's also a variant over here with like a little roof above it. So plenty of things to choose from, and in general just a really nice and clean castle texture with the stones. So definitely a nice one to build with. You can see a side entrance here and another one of these main entrance all the way to the back. And yeah, it's a pretty decently sized base, all things considered, and just a really cool tower. It doesn't need a huge footprint, so you should be able to find plenty of locations where you can actually build this. But yeah, you can get a pretty cool stronghold. So let's head in. So right over here we have the beautiful wooden gate. We can open that up. I love that it has the arch to both the gateway and the gate itself, and then we can enter the first layer. And as I said, this is kind of dedicated to your dino pen, so you can safely keep some of your tames inside, but you could also do a little bit of breeding here. I've got a small teleporter here. There's a bunch of different variants for your feeding troughs to make them look like different food. So this is fish, that's just straight up meat over there. We have the cryo hospital. Oh, it gets a bit bright when I get close, but yeah, with the cryo hospital there, some cryo fridges right next to it, some really cool skins for those. We got a berry feeding trough here, a little fridge, and then over here off to the side you can see that even these gene storages have a cool skin. As I said, there is a skin for a lot of things that you will find in here. So yeah, we have some more cryo fridges and hospitals. We got some air conditioning over here, looking like some cool ice cubes, dropping those in to hatch your tames. But yeah, there is a ton. So we have some really cool torches here as well. Over here we have some egg incubators, and as you can see, even these have some really cool skins. So you can really make sure that basically everything will fit in with the vibes of your castle, which I think is really nice. So this is the embryo storage, which also looks very, very cool. I really appreciate the amount of effort that he's gone through to add all of these different pieces, even the Bob Tall Till pieces and some maybe less used pieces. This light, for example, is a tech light, which is a really nice skin. So again, you can make sure that everything you place down will fit in with the castle aesthetic, and that is, I think, a very nice addition for a skin, and definitely deserves the premium tag for all that. So yeah, above the front gate, of course, we have these little balconies, so you could park a flyer up here, have a nice point of entrance, but yeah, also, of course, enjoy some of the views of your surroundings. And then we can go all the way around to the other side. We can also reach the balcony over there, but also keep going all the way up to the top so that we reach the first crafting layer. I've got a medium teleporter here in the middle, so you can teleport in your gathering tames, and we have an industrial forge here looking very nice indeed, in my opinion. Definitely looks very, very cool. This is actually the blood forge of Lost Colony. Even that already has a skin which is pretty cool. And then off to the side here we have the smithy, we have the vaults, we have the industrial cooker, the grill, so you have the whole kitchen set. We have the grinder over here with a really cool contraption. This I think is the chem bench, which looks really nice. We have another vault. The library has a custom skin as well. We have the tech generator, or I think the generator looks the same too. Then we have the fabricator over here. Again, all of these have some really nice and lovely skins, which is just a really cool addition, of course. And then we have a bunch of these little balconies where we can reach our flyers here off to the sides. But yeah, you can see basically everything you'd need has a cool skin, which is amazing. And then we can take this there all the way up to the top. So this will bring us up the top of the tower. This is actually a tech turret. Even that's got a cool magical looking skin, so it can fit in with your medieval builds, which is definitely something I'm going to use a ton over on my community cluster, because then I can protect my builds with tech turrets, but not have to worry about them not fitting in. As you can see, we have a nice walkway all the way around the tower, so plenty of space for a bunch of your flying tames to be parked out here. And then here in the middle, of course, we have some more space. So we have the tech replicator with a very nice looking skin. We have the war bench. Even that also has a custom skin. We have some dedicated storage here. Another smithy, some more dedicated storage. The mega lab here also has a really cool skin. And then, yeah, basically that is all of the different crafting stations. The transmitter actually also has a skin. There's a bunch of cool things, and it's just very nice to make sure that everything will fit in. So we have a table here with a mortar and pestle, just a little chair or bed. We have some small storage boxes. We have the storage cabinet there. And the war map has 2 variants of really cool paintings. Some pirates getting ready, of course, for the next update. Looking quite cool. Very nice indeed. So yeah, we have some library here. So yeah, just a very nice and cohesive cosmetic, I think. And I think the build as well works quite well. I guess technically you could definitely switch it out for a different castle cosmetic if you'd want to, but I quite like the look, the feel of this one. I love the gray textures, the stone textures for this. I love that it has this clean roof variant, so that you can build some slopes without having to be like a proper roof, which is really nice that the stone textures just continue. And then the roofs themselves are pretty nice as well. There's actually curved variants, as you can see, so you can make like little curves, and you also have the curve the opposite way. So definitely plenty of things to play around with to get some really cool and unique castles going. So yeah, that's what I did over here. I'm quite happy with the result. I hope you like it as well. Definitely let me know again if you'd like to see a full step-by-step tutorial. I've got a feeling you will probably want to, so I will probably start working on that whenever I get the chance. I've got a bunch of builds to finish, but yeah, I just wanted to do a quick build with this one, and I'm definitely quite happy with the way that this turned out. It's a really cool outpost, and it was a nice way to get to know this skin a little bit better. Anyway, that's going to be it for today's video. Hopefully you enjoyed. If you did, don't forget to leave a like, subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and I hope to see you again in the next video or the next stream. For now, goodbye.